Hi, it's Joey Reynolds rap. This is going to take the air out of your football. Oh, do you remember when they had this with Tom? Was it yeah, that's right. It was, I think were complaining about air being taken out of the football a couple of years ago with Tom, the football star, the jock. Now we got Danny Marino, well, this is Miami. And I was on television at the time on Channel 10, which carried the Dolphins. And I'm from Buffalo, so we always had a war. I was in the locker room over at the Weston Country Club. I was taking a shower. I was standing there naked, and Dan Marino came out of the shower, and he was naked. He looked at me. I looked at him, and I said, hi, Dan. I'm Joey Reynolds. I'm from Buffalo. And he said, you look it. That's how I met him. Anyhow, women are not the same as men. They're never going to be. I don't know why we want to be like women. I don't know why women want to be like men. First of all, biblically, it's Adam and Eve. If you don't believe in religion, then at least you got to say that women carry children and men don't. And one of the things that we have in our society that's very controversial is the breakdown of the family, because women do not stay at home and raise the children like we used to have in this culture. And of course, the thing I'm most concerned with is not women being progressively ahead of the curve. I've worked for women all my life. First of all, I have 2 sisters. I have 2 girls plus a wife. So I've been surrounded by women. I worked for a woman boss at 20th Century Fox, Caroline Mulzan. Thank you, Caroline. I worked for women all my life. Friends with them, very famous ones like Judith Regan, who was a successful woman who wrote Private Parts and did a lot of books with HarperCollins with her own imprint. On and on and on. I'm a woman guy, but not a womanizer. I never was sleazy with women because I didn't feel good about myself. If you feel confident about yourself, then sometimes you think you have something they need to have and you get cocky about it, so to speak. Bad word. But what happens is we are in a society that's evolving, changing. Women want to have the same money as men, which is correct. And women who want to do something because they have a calling for it is correct. But why are we dragging everybody into the game of everybody has to butch up? I think the football scandal, the latest one now, has brought some complaints from women. Enter the lawyers. This is the Shakespeare part. Enter the lawyers. Bring the lawyers in here. Kill the lawyers. That's what Shakespeare was saying. He didn't mean it with guns or knives. I think somewhere we have to understand that lawyers do this for a living. They settle issues, they solve problems, but they also create situations where there's profit. And let's be honest about it. If you had an accident and you're going to hire a lawyer, the lawyer is going to get half the money maybe, and he will not have had the accident. So he should really, if he's after you or she for the money that they want to have from your accident, which you suffered from, they should do half the suffering. So if they're doing something about your bad back, they ought to have a bad back. Somebody just give them a whack and then let them know what it feels like. Then you take your half because you've had half the pain. But that's not the way it goes, is it? Unrealistic. A lot of things are unrealistic. We live in a world of confusion. I created a mac and cheese cake, and now I see Panero's has got a mac and cheese bread. It's confusion. It's a con artist. It's a con infusion. The fusion that we're living through, trying to mix men and women together and make them all one, black and white, make everybody the same. We're not all the same. That's what makes it fun, is that we're not the same. What makes it fun is to be someone different and have different personalities, have different tastes, try to match notes. Picking up women is an art. It's fun. Talking about them, I don't know that we want to compromise them. I think that's wrong. But I think somewhere along the line, the NFL is suffering now because they have so much money, and the money all comes from ads. So where are the women going who are complaining? They're going to the companies that supply, that advertise. That's what they're doing. And speaking of that, I hate that girl on AT&T. Where do they get her from? So, I just want to throw that in because I watch her. She's so annoying. But you see, there's things that annoy people. You sit there and you watch television, you say, I hate that. Or that guy that says, this is what I do. And you can quote it because it irritates you. There's something about someone that makes you angry. But you don't go to sue them. You can, but why do you want to take all your energy and do that? See, women finally in football have gotten even with the couch potatoes. They for years had to watch men drink beer, eat pretzels, and cheer on the teams. Now the women they're in the game. First of all, I don't know that I want to watch a woman with a quarterback, but there's certain things that you just don't do. You just don't do them. Why? I don't know where the line is. It's blurred. See, that's the problem. We want to bring everybody up, and then we make it political. So Democrats they're liberal. They want everybody to be the same. And what I like about the Democrats is get another $100 out of Social Security. It's all about the money. It's always about the money. That's what the big argument is in Congress and Senate. It's about $1 trillion. That we print it up anyway. Give me my piece of the pie. And then we get mad at people for work. Now, people want to come to this country and they want to be a part of this because they hated where they were and they come across the border illegally and they come over here, but they want to do the jobs that we don't want to do because Americans don't want to work right now. We want to invest. We become a culture of investors, not of workers. We used to be working bees. We used to go and get the honey. Now everybody's a queen bee. All of a sudden, and then we got the racial issue. I call it issue. Problem. Why? Because we don't understand each other. First of all, the black culture is a culture. You have to adopt that culture. You have to assimilate. You have to take the culture of the blacks as we've experienced it, as they've experienced it. You have to adopt that. The culture of the black is not poverty. That's not a culture. That's a condition. And the place of going to prison because you're a black guy and you sold drugs and now letting them out and the forcefulness of putting people through what they call profiling. The reason we do this is there's a culture present. We have to learn that culture, learn about the black culture, learn about the Asian culture, learn about our own culture, learn about women. And what women want to do and how they do it, because I know I'm always accused of putting the toilet seat up, That's what we do. That's what I do. So come on, think about this for a while. Don't just turn me off and reject me. Think about it. This is why we have a political war all the time, because people think that one vaccine is better than the other vaccine, and let's get the booster shot. Listen, I've had the Pfizer, then I had the booster, and I had a regular flu shot from my doctor, Mark Siegel, who's on Fox. And I mean, why would I have a Republican give me a vaccine? Because my HMO covered it, that's why. Oh boy, I'll tell you, but past the football, I'm going to take a reading on my end run, my OnRun. That's the name of the machine that you get when you go and buy one of these and you want to have the reading at home, because the CAT scan shows that I should be watching my blood pressure. So let's see if I can get this on the screen. I don't know if I can even do this, but we're going to try it. Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay. This is the blood pressure. I'm actually doing it on the air live. Andy Warhol said we will come in a time when everybody will be famous for 15 minutes. I think I'm on someone else's quarter hour. The quarter hour maintenance. Let's see what my blood pressure is after I've gone through all the gyrations and my ranting and raving. Now let's see if I can have a real blood pressure, put it on the air here, and let everybody see that I'm an older guy who's in really pretty good shape. Clinton probably ate the wrong things. We know that already. What do I have here? Well, I have here high blood pressure over 118, which is the top number. My top number is good. The bottom number sucks. Well, this is what happens when you become an influencer and you get yourself all riled up. Now, if you calm down and then you take it all over again, or find the right drug. My drug is Vitamin B Happy. It's a Reynolds wrap.